Tómate esta botella conmigo. En el último trago nos vamos. Quiero ver a qué sabe tu olvido sin poner en mis ojos tus manos. Esta noche no voy a rogarte. Esta noche te vas de veras. Qué difícil tratar de olvidarte sin que sienta que ya no me quieras. Nada me han enseñado los años.
It's a video. So in here, there's a video. Here's miracles, and they put shells and the three sisters, which are the corn, squash, and beans, and it started growing.
The Day of the Dead is important to me because it's a cultural celebration for myself. I'm a Chicana indigenous woman from East Los Angeles, and for me, I've learned about Day of the Dead through a cultural center called Self-Help Graphics. We decorate the altar so that we can honor our loved ones and those who have passed away, our ancestors. We decorate with different items. So we put food, their favorite items, their photo, flowers, and other items that they liked or that are part of their culture or tradition. So as you can see here, there's a few different items that are really key to an altar, such as a photograph, the fire or candles, the smoke or incense, music makers, flowers, and of course the photo and food. The food on the altar, the whole altar is in order to honor those who have passed on. So the food is to give water and food, whether it's their favorite food, so that they have a long journey in order to come back. Our ancestors or those who have passed on. So it's feeding them. It's making sure that they're well fed and that if they're thirsty, they have water. The significance of Aztec dance in Day of the Dead is that Aztec dance brings back our traditions from hundreds of years ago, even thousands of years ago, to our culture. Our culture and communities have celebrated and honored our ancestors and the dead for many, many years in many ways across the world. But in Aztec, or also known as Mexica dance, it's a way to bring the past, those who have passed, to our space, whether it's at the altar, like this altar, or to the community space. And usually we do it as a blessing or as a prayer to open up the space or the event. So if it's a cultural celebration or an altar, we do the Aztec dance and the different dances in order to honor those who have passed away and to bring in the ancestors. So the cup of fire is a good way to call it. It's like an incense holder, but it's also known in Spanish or Nahuatl as a poposhcome, or the copalero in Spanish, or the vessel for smoke, or copal. So usually you put charcoal in here, and then you put copal, which is a tree sap, resin, and it's like an incense. Basically, the smoke is a way to pray and to honor those, and also to bless spaces. So you'll see for specifically one important person in the Aztec dance or Mexica dance group, saging or smudging, what they call, or with a copal, the area. And this would usually have smoke. Represents song and music. So does the rattles here. So usually during Day of the Dead, songs are sung, dances are danced, music is played, especially that of those who have passed away. And there's large celebrations and music and concerts or celebrations at the graves, playing their favorite songs, or just to celebrate the days of the dead in our culture. So I brought the drum to honor indigenous communities, but also that it's something that makes music and that we can honor our loved ones and our ancestors.
You could use the marigolds for the people who passed away, so they could find their way to their tombstone, and then also so they could find their way like home.
The marigolds here for Day of the Dead are the flower of the dead, the Day of the Dead flower. They're also known as cempasúchil, which is really connected to the Nahuatl word. And the xochitl is the flower in Nahuatl. And the flower is orange and very, very bright. There's also orange and yellow flowers. And these flowers are so bright that they bring our ancestors or those loved ones who have passed away to the altar. They also smell very strong. They have a strong smell that is said to smell like bone, but it also brings the scent of the ancestors to come to the altar. So oftentimes these are cut, and there's actually oftentimes a trail that's done on the altar or towards the altar to allow the ancestors or those who have passed away to find their way to the altar.
Sugar skulls represent the dead soul and also their spirits.
Lo más por ti sufro, vida mía. Indita mía, si no me quieres, si no me quieres, ten compasión. Mira que el hombre que te idolatra se encuentre herido del corazón. ¿Por qué te ocultas cuando te miro? ¿Por qué te ocultas mi bien así?
Represent like every people that is in the other side, like in the other life, and they enjoy a lot. What are we doing? We are celebrating life. We are happy. They are resting.
Soñé que un ángel su amor me daba, pero yo en cambio mi amor le di. Él me juraba que él me adoraba, yo con el alma se lo creí. Toda la sombra de aquella noche, mi desengaño voy a ocultar, para que nadie sepa que te amo. Cuando de amores me oigan hablar,